a fading field of white. The things I thought I held so close slipped softly through my trembling hands and drifted somewhere out of reach. To be alive and to remain, they almost feel like one and the same, until the day you finally learn they were never meant to mean the same. Feelings I could never frame kept sinking deeper into me, wearing a beauty far too calm for something born from grief. The scars I hid where no one looked were never healed, were never torn. They only changed their shade with every breath, with every version of myself I left behind. And every kindness that found my skin began to hurt a little more, because somewhere along the way I forgot how to receive without fear. Each smile became a little smoother, each gesture easier to fake, until the face reflected back felt older than the soul beneath. It wasn't my future that disappeared, it was me fading first, held in warmth, wrapped in light. I still felt distant somehow, and still I stay, and still I stay. Something deep inside my chest refuses to let go. I thought abandoned dreams would fade if I pretended not to care, but memory can be merciless, painting only what should disappear. The promises we never kept, the fleeting touch without a reason, they stay untouched by ruin now, too beautiful to break apart. If moving on is growing up, then what becomes of those like me who keep returning to the same horizon, searching for what cannot answer back, to leave behind, to lose for good? I still don't know where one begins and one becomes the other. If only I had chosen softer words, if only I had held on just a little longer. I keep collecting different versions of a life that never happened, building something kinder than the truth, until even pain begins to feel like love. It wasn't my future that disappeared, it was me fading first. I keep on walking, I keep on praying, but only yesterday grows clearer. And still I stay, and still I stay. A heart that never fully breaks keeps searching for a reason. Maybe no one has to see me, maybe no one has to know. Even if these fragile prayers never find another soul, even if this quiet ache belongs to me alone, and still I stay, and still transparent heartbeat is still alive, still moving, much we carried. With fading edges, with open hands, I walk towards something I still cannot see. Your warmth before, close enough to call it real, but only after losing you did I begin to understand its weight. The careless words we left behind, the silence we never tried to fill. Looking back now, every fragment carried more see. Kindness always seems to shine right before it slips away, and I'm the one still walking on while everything else learned how to leave. The last smile I saw still lives inside me. You smiled as if nothing was ending, as if nothing could ever break. With eyes that believed tomorrow would always open the same way. But after that day, the distance grew quiet. The reasons to hold on disappeared, and all that remained was the last smile I saw. The last smile I saw. Chose to say, keep knocking somewhere underneath. If I had stayed a little longer, if I had spoken without fear, would the ending look different now, or would it hurt exactly the same? I keep rebuilding different versions of a life that never came. I thought loving someone meant keeping them safe from fall, but maybe love is learning first how helpless we can be. The last smile I saw still lives inside me. He smiled as if nothing was ending, as if nothing could ever break. With eyes that believed tomorrow would always open the same way. But after that day, the distance grew quiet. The reasons to hold on disappeared, and all that remained was the last smile I saw. The last smile I saw. You probably never know how an ordinary smile could quietly rewrite the shape of someone's life. You probably never know how an unfinished goodbye could leave a heart suspended between moving on and looking back. The last smile I saw was the beginning of goodbye. The things I lost, the things I failed to save, the reasons everything slipped away. None of them matter anymore, because the way I'm still living inside that moment. In the corner of a fallen dream, forgotten feelings lay asleep. We were never made to leave, with both our beauty and our truth intact. Even smiling little by little became a habit just to survive, and all that kindness left behind stayed like iron left in rain. Somewhere along the way I forgot what I was trying to save, but deep beneath my fractured skin, my rust-colored heart kept beating on. In this stained and shattered world, even if we're never right, take these fragile broken wishes and dress them with every flower we have. Even in the pouring rain, even covered up in dirt, even when the voices laugh and tell us none of this will last. Every scar grows deeper now, every loss becomes a shame. Every crack inside my chest feels more real than yesterday. Beyond the weight of poisoned air, I saw endings bare their teeth. There were countless reasons why I should have turned and disappeared, but every time I stopped to breathe, something wordless moved in me, and every truth I couldn't face kept carving deeper into bone. Surrounded by a pitch black despair, the hand I grabbed with everything I had was softer than I ever dreamed, soft enough to make me shake. In this stained and shattered world, even if we're never right, take these fragile broken wishes and dress them with every flower we have. Even in the pouring rain, even covered up in dirt, even when the voices laugh and tell us none of this will last. Every scar grows deeper now, every loss becomes a shame. Every crack inside my chest feels more real than yesterday. Burning somewhere underneath, kept pulling me back from the edge. In this stained and shattered world, even if we're never right, everything we loved, everything we broke, everything we left behind became this color in my soul. So even while I'm resting, even while I'm falling apart, I will never let your memory fade from who I am. A wish without its wings was trembling in your pale white hands. I never learned how to be found, only how to be left behind. And every time I smiled, my real face blurred a little more. One careless word, one "you're so lovely," and I was ready to fall apart. Even these hands covered in dirt and shame, you held without hesitation. And every time I try to forget, it only sinks deeper in my skin. Still gentle, gone, still mine. You're farther than ever now. So why do you feel this close? Why does your voice still move somewhere underneath my ribs? Why does your touch still live where nothing else survived? The way you smiled halfway, never saying what you meant, that was always the cruelest part. Soft enough to make me hope, beautiful enough to keep me waiting. And every time I remember the warmth against my fingertips, something quiet inside my chest begins to crack again. Maybe I never lost you, maybe you were never mine, and maybe that's the reason it hurts this much. Gone, still gentle, gone, still warm since the day you faded out. I'm the only one who never moved on. Worse than being broken is remembering something tender. Worse than falling apart is loving you even now. I'm still gentle, gone, still here. You're not supposed to be here, and still you smile from the deepest part of me. Even after all this silence, even after all this distance, some part of you remains untouched, unchanged, alive. I say you never meant to save me. I say your hands were never mine, even if it's only fiction. Give me something I can end with, because leaving only kindness behind, that's far too cruel. Gone, still gentle, gone, still breathing. I never thought a memory could stay this beautiful. If you were meant to disappear, maybe we never should have met. If I could really say that, maybe this would hurt less. Still gentle, gone, still you. And in the end, what stayed with me was never pain. It was your kindness, it was your warmth, it was the last part of you I could never bury before everything turns dark. Just once more, take these dirt covered hands the way you did that day. Don't let go, don't let go. Just once more. Just once more. At the end of corridors built entirely from right angles, perfectly arranged bodies continue forward. No one disturbs the pace, no one breaks their line of sight. Polished expressions emptied of hesitation move quietly toward designated exits. Footsteps synchronized with electronic signals. Voices approve before they are spoken. Fingertips trained by procedure understand the outcome before contact is made. Inside a monumental cube, consciousness with nothing left but measurable weight. Value is no longer defined by warmth but by processing speed. Thoughts are reshaped before becoming language, and even discomfort is absorbed into statistical precision. At what point did I mistake compliance for choice, while every possible direction had already been designed for me? Silence distributed evenly through bone and memory kept pretending it had never been broken. Transparent surfaces reflect absolutely nothing. Even the figures standing directly in front of them cannot form an outline without permission. Recorded movement histories, optimized conversations, impulses categorized, a system deviation. The resistance I once carried instinctively was translated into efficiency metrics, and somewhere along the way became something I was expected to celebrate. Inside a monumental cube, consciousness gathers with nothing left but measurable weight. Value is no longer defined by warmth but by processing speed. Thoughts are reshaped before becoming language, and even discomfort is absorbed into statistical precision. At what point did I mistake compliance for choice, while every possible direction had already been designed for me? Silence distributed evenly through bone and memory kept pretending it had never been broken. I thought the structure existed outside of me. I thought observation came from somewhere above, but what had truly been embedded was a blueprint for living without questions, a circuit designed to make silence feel like safety. And if I tear it out, what remains? Something human, or simply an unfinished hollow? At the center of a perfectly squared enclosure, I finally understood the weight of my own existence. Being given the same shape as everyone else was never the same as being seen. Alignment, obedience, structural stability, none of them have ever meant I was alive. Buried beneath an immeasurable density of moving bodies, losing definition. Layer by layer, I arrived at a single conclusion. Imperfection was the first thing I had ever chosen for myself. The lights remain white, the machines continue with flawless accuracy, and somewhere beneath every approved design, something slightly outside the specification is beginning to wake up. Pushed forward by a dry and restless wind, I walk through scenery that no longer belonged to anyone. The evening glow behind my shoulder looked untouched, as if it had never witnessed anything breaking. Every word I almost spoke dissolved into another season before it ever found a voice, and everything I couldn't say sank deeper than memory. I never saw what waited down the roads I chose to leave behind, but somehow the silence I chose instead weighed more than I expected. By the time I understood, it was too late to change anything. The hand I almost reached with, the words I swallowed whole, the warmth I thought would always stay. Somewhere along the way, they quietly became something called the past. And your face, painted by the dying light, still remains unnaturally vivid. Even knowing I'll never reach that distance, some hidden part of me keeps reaching anyway. As the city lights awakened, the shadows only grew longer. I kept telling myself I was moving forward, while some unfinished part of me stayed exactly where you left it. Counting what was gone never hurt as much as carrying what remained. And somehow the memories I wanted erased were always the ones that stayed the clearest. Maybe loving someone was never about being saved. Maybe it was only learning the shape of your own weakness after everything is over. By the time I understood, it was too late to change anything. The hand I almost reached with, the words I swallowed whole, the warmth I thought would always stay. Somewhere along the way, they quietly became something called the past. And your face, painted by the dying light, still remains unnaturally vivid. Even knowing I'll never reach that distance, some hidden part of me keeps reaching anyway. If I had smiled differently on that day, if I had spoken without holding anything back, would the horizon look different now? Or would I still be carrying the same unfinished weight? People keep moving with questions that never learn how to answer. By the time I understood, it was too late to change anything. But I can't call every passing season a mistake. The things that hurt, the distance that grew, the warmth I can no longer touch, all of it somehow carried me to this exact place. So I'm not turning back, not because I can't, but because I won't. I'll carry that unfinished landscape exactly as it was, and keep walking with both hands open. Fractured footsteps echoed through forgotten walls. The traces of someone's prayers had already faded past language, reduced to fragments no one could read anymore. Kindness always begins to break the moment you let it touch your skin. And before I ever learned what it meant to be protected, I had already mastered the weight of a blade. Getting wounded was never what frightened me. What terrified me most was trusting someone enough to stay. So these eyes kept pretending they could see nothing at all. Through vacant eyes, I found what pain could never hide. The silence of a broken city hurt less than the silence you carried. The way you stood there asking for nothing, the way you smiled as if you needed nothing. Somehow that was enough to make me weaker than any wound I could have shattered in the palm of your hands. And still losing everything never scared me. What scared me was loving you. Of a burned out square, children's songs were still drifting through the wind. Flags raised in the name of justice changed their colors every time the sky was stolen. Those who resisted were erased, those who stayed silent were called wise. After witnessing the kind of world these eyes forgot how tears were meant to fall. And still, somewhere underneath my ribs, something unfinished kept beating like a damaged pulse that refused to die. If this life was given to protect someone, if this loneliness was only another scar leading me to you, then let me break as many times as necessary. Let my name disappear, let my past collapse, as long as the final light still remains. I swear these hands will carry it to the end. These hollow eyes had nothing left to find, but all along, through every ruin, through every war, through every piece of me that disappeared, they were only looking for you. darkness with precise and borrowed hands. Even the warmth inside my fingers was something I rehearsed to steal before I gave. The moon bled softly through the shattered glass. A crooked smile reflected where nobody could see. And those who knelt believing they were chosen always made the most beautiful sound when they broke. One life folded gently into prayer, one touch transformed into poison. For every eye that forgot how to doubt, I poured another night into their veins. Measure this world with a heart gone rotten, with scales built from the bones of promises undone. Tell me what virtue has ever protected the ones who stood trembling beneath the gun. I climbed through the ruins of somebody's future, wearing their trust like a crown made of thorns. Every confession, every devotion, twisted and sharpened until something was born. Between the cracks of blood-soaked memory, nameless screams still sleep without a grave. I kept saying it was all for protection, while cutting down every hope I couldn't save. Measure this world with a heart gone rotten, with scales built from the bones of promises undone. Tell me what virtue has ever protected the ones who stood trembling beneath the gun. I climbed through the ruins of somebody's future, wearing their trust like a crown made of thorns. Every confession, every devotion, twisted and sharpened until something was born. And even if heaven kept watching, I know it never planned to interfere, because mercy has no place for those who learned survival through fear. Build your kingdom out of fragile people, out of whispered vows and borrowed scars. If innocence was ever worth defending, why did it never get this far? So let the night become my witness, let every sin illuminate the mark. Before this world decides to judge the monster, I'll spend what's left of me perfecting the strategy of a bastard. Back when the edges of the world were softer, even nameless dreams were painted bright. A future resting in these little hands, untouched by fear, untouched by doubt. Standing alone beside a rainy bus stop, watching the sky inside a shallow pool. They say you can become anything, and I believed every careless word. Led by voices that sounded gentle, never taught how to question light. I reached for fingers stretched before me, thinking salvation looked like this. With a heart as blank as paper, I wrote melodies without a scar. Never once I doubted being loved, never once I feared tomorrow. With a life that could become anything, I thought I'd fly beyond the dark. Back then I never truly understood the moment music learns to break. Behind a smile, I found a blade, polished clean enough to trust. Even warmth inside an embrace was only there to deepen wounds. Crossroads drowning in exhaust smoke, red lights bleeding through the rain. Cries for help became just static, prayers got buried under screens. Tell me, how much does kindness cost now? Tell me, how far can trust be sold? The prettier the words they whisper, the crueler human hands become. A symphony built out of betrayal keeps on tearing through my chest. Memories of love, abandoned midnights, playing through the very same refrain. With these hands that look so capable, I still couldn't save a single soul. And every word called meaning faded, like ashes falling through the Where do you go? Erase it, rewrite it, crumple it, throw it away again and again. Still I cannot draw the shape of me. Maybe there's no gentle tomorrow, maybe nothing here gets saved. But if I have to keep on walking, then let this voice become the flame. Even if these steps lead straight to dying, even if tomorrow has no name, even if I never learn the reason, I still have to live. I still have to live. Through the half-drawn curtain, a light that never fully became night slips quietly across the floor. Feelings not yet shaped into language begin to change the temperature of this room. My fingertips rest on a page that stayed unfinished, and somehow the line I never wrote cuts deeper than all the words I did. Loneliness without a name trembles beyond the glass that melts into city lights, like it always knew where to return. Somewhere along the way, a smile stopped being emotion and quietly became something I wore to protect my shape. The sound of breaking never really reaches us, but the feeling of fading, somehow it always does. This is the bare truth suspended between morning and midnight. I slowly peel away the version of me that belonged to yesterday. The memories I arranged so carefully breath ends something. Every breath begins something. And somehow that border is unbearably beautiful. A shadow waits beside the doorway, still wearing the scent of another season. Only abandoned time stays there, silent, watching me without judgment. Across the street, traffic lights keep changing, like hesitation was never part of the design. And beneath my feet, the words I never said are still spreading like rain. This is the bare truth suspended between morning and midnight. I slowly peel away the version of me that belonged to yesterday. The memories I arranged so carefully slip softly through my hands, and only the pain nobody ever touched remains. Warm as skin, every breath ends something. Every breath begins something. And somehow that border is unbearably beautiful. Maybe growing older was never about learning not to hurt. Maybe it was simply learning how to carry wounds without naming them. This is the naked truth. Half-closed stories, unspoken voices, warmth I never reached. Somewhere inside me, they're all still alive. And every time someone says my name, something small still trembles. Maybe answers never come. Maybe nothing ever feels complete, but the scars that once touched light remain far more honestly than anything that ever tried to pretend. One sentence I should have kept inside 3 quiet seconds. I should have felt somehow a smile that didn't need to happen. A silence that somehow said too much. My reflection in passing glass looks unfamiliar again, like somebody else borrowed my face for the evening. I told myself comparison was finished, and somehow my fingers found their way back into other people's lives. Another private meeting nobody asked to attend. Was that too sharp? Was that too cold? Did that laugh sound rehearsed? Did that kindness feel too cheap? All I wanted was a little sleep, but somehow my mind still clocks in like it's being paid. Predictions never land right. Every signal feels delayed. Even the smallest mistakes somehow cut the deepest moments nobody remembers. Keep replaying with impossible clarity. I learned how to apologize before I learned how to refuse. I learned how to stay quiet before I learned how to be angry. And now both of them feel equally dangerous. Another private meeting nobody asked to attend. Was that too sharp? Was that too cold? Did that laugh sound rehearsed? Did that kindness feel too cheap? All I wanted was a little still clocks in like it's being paid. Maybe none of it mattered, maybe nobody noticed, maybe every scene I keep dissecting was forgotten the second it happened. And somehow that possibility hurts the most. The place I never wanted perfection. I never needed everybody to stay. I just wanted the version of me I become tomorrow to hate me a little less. Eventually, all of this will probably fade. And still, another unsent sentence quietly takes its place. Answer when they call, I nod when they speak, I laugh half a second too late. I memorize where to look, when to smile, how long to stay silent before silence becomes suspicious. My hands still move, my mouth still works, my body keeps showing up to places my mind never arrived at, and somehow everybody calls that living. There's something wrong with me, and I'm getting tired of pretending I can't feel it. My chest feels tight for reasons I can't explain. My thoughts get louder the more I try to quiet them. I lie down hoping for rest and wake up exactly where I started. I keep unfinished messages like evidence, voicemails I never opened, calls I watched disappear, conversations I replayed until they stopped sounding real. Everyone says to give it time, but time keeps moving while I stay in exactly the same place, and I don't know which one of us is broken. There's something wrong with me, and I'm getting tired of pretending I can't feel it. My chest feels tight for reasons I can't explain. My thoughts get louder the more I try to quiet them. I lie down hoping for rest and wake up exactly where I started. Would be obvious, something dramatic, something loud, something impossible to ignore. But it isn't, it's forgetting what you were about to say. It's staring at nothing for too long. It's realizing you've been surviving for so long You forgot what feeling alive was supposed to be. I don't need saving, I don't need advice, I don't need another careful conversation. I just need one moment where breathing doesn't feel like work. One night without replaying everything I said, one version of myself that doesn't feel like something I have to apologize for, because I'm exhausted and I don't know how much longer I can make this look normal.